Hey Craft Base. Today I'm super excited to tell you about this new game-changing device of mine. I found this little sweetheart on Amazon. It will be of course linked down below. So basically this is a heating plate that helps cure resin much faster. I'll say this, I bought this product on my own. It was not free, not sponsored, but I am an Amazon affiliate, so I benefit in that way, as I use and discover new things. I want to share, where I get stuff from and a little commission for doing so as a way to receive my thank you. As well, you'll get my genuine review on the products. I have it upside down because my outlet is in that direction. Currently it's not plugged in yet, but I'll show you what else it comes with. It has this insulated cover that keeps the heat circulating and debris out while it's curing. This cover is so cute. Let me open it up to show you. It feels pretty good, and look, it sits right on top covering the whole thing. It also comes with a silicone mat, which I appreciate. That covers everything too, including the buttons. You can adjust it however you want when you use it. Now I'm gonna plug it in. It's plug and play approved. I'm messing with it, seeing how it functions. So far, I see it has 3 temperature settings. The timer goes in increments of 30 minutes. I didn't test the highest temperature it goes up to, but these things say they can cure as quick as 2 hours, and that will probably be the standard for which I use it. You can kind of use the buttons with the mat on top, but it's more effective touching it directly, and you'll see what I mean as you watch on. Also, please take this moment to like this video and subscribe so I can continue bringing you more videos. Now I have these coasters and trays here, and I picked out a tattoo design. I cut the design to be used with all the molds so they can match and make a set. I'm seeing how I want to style it and then applying it. I've seen a few artists use this in resin and jasminite, and I'm intrigued because the last thing I ever thought to use in resin was tattoos. I mean, it just never crossed my mind, but I love this world of creativity and I'm here for all of it. I gotta remember the name of the particular artist I watched so I can include them in the description for you. Today, I'm talking a bit more than usual. I'm seeing if I like it a little better. I don't want to talk too much because when I'm actually crafting, I like it to be like a quiet, peaceful space. When I'm crafting, I take the moment to escape from so much going on. And so I like to set a calm mood. I light my candles, I dim my lights, I play my music, which can be either water or forest sounds or a Bobby Nasanga playlist. Whatever I'm feeling the mood for is what happens, and that's why you'll see that I gravitate towards voiceovers. always peel the paper slowly. I know peeling makes sense, but I'm curious if it slides off, will it be okay? But I never actually attempt to do it because I'm scared to mess it up. Alright, so these butterflies are so pretty. It's the first time I'm using a tattoo with gold. I was seeing if I wanted to add more butterflies as the star molds seem a little plain, but I decided against it. I added foil instead. I obnoxiously mixed this resin just so it could have a ton of bubbles because I hear that these curing machines help with popping bubbles. It's cold here in New York and I have the window open as well, so it's pretty cold. This resin I use typically is bubble free when mixed in optimal temperature. It will also be linked in the description. I added white paint to color my resin and I didn't want to add too much, so I left it kind of cloudy or milk bath like, as some people may know it, and I figured since it's slightly transparent I'd go ahead and add foils to give it some depth. Already the hot plate is working its magic because the resin is sliding around pretty easy. Now that the resin is in, I'm setting it to 3 hours to see what happens and covering it. So I'll see you when I get back. So after 2 hours, it was hard, but I let it sit the full 3 hours and cooled for an additional 30 minutes. I didn't need to do that, but I was preoccupied with mom duties, so you could have been able to have a hardened coaster after legit 2 hours. If you do this on a regular basis, you'd understand how mind-blowing that is. Anyways, I'm adding a layer of opaque titanium white for the bottoms of these coasters. There's some space left on the coasters and preferred the bottom to be a solid color because if I wanted to add some cork on the bottom, you'd see straight through it. This time I let it set for 2 hours and sure enough, it was hard. Now, reading the reviews for this plate, as well as reviews for its competitive products, most people would say, these things are better for jewelry or smaller molds. Like, those are more likely to cure within the 2 hour mark, while something bigger like these would take like 3 to 4 hours. But in reality, these molds are bigger, and especially the oval mold, that one is way thicker, and they all had the same level of cure. I thought, wow, this is mind blowing. Now I need to do a black pen to go with a book set I made. I tried spraying inside with alcohol first because every time I do a pen, the top is always has this annoying bubbles that you have to poke out. And now I'm spreading it around and letting some evaporate because this is more than I needed, I think. pouring in the resin, which is just a black tint with some fine holographic glitter. And of course, silly me forgot to put the ink in first. I'm glad I realized and tried sticking it in anyways. You can see slightly that the bubbles are going up to the surface and popping, so that's a good sign. There were still some resin left over, so I took a small jewelry mold and filled it up. You always, always, always want to keep some smaller molds around so you don't waste leftover resin. Now the fun part, demolding. I'm starting off with the pen, and I will say I have a love-hate for the pen molds. They just seem to not be the shape I want them to be, and so it kind of just throws me off. All the glitter sunk down to the bottom, so one side shows glitter, and it's also got a bunch of micro bubbles. So now I know I never spray alcohol first because it's just not doing nearly what I wanted it to do. Next we have the little jewelry gems, and of course they're cute, looking as I expected. Finally, we're getting to our coasters, and don't mind that hair, just let me dust my edges off this one. And now, let me just shush. I really loved how these came out. They're so pretty. I'll be doing them off camera, so you'll be able to see the end results of what they look like. I already know that resin becomes more viscous when it's hot, so I'm not even gonna try doming it in this because I can easily see how that'll become a mess. Stick around for the photos. I love trying this out and sharing with you today. Please comment your thoughts below. Bye.